beast is the hottest chick around town. No solo en mis sueños, cause I rock this damn crown. I'm king, alarm sound, bring the beat back. Tu movimiento got me hooked.
Welcome to On the Scene. Welcome to On the Scene. I'm your girl, Racheal J. We on the scene. Like Isaidit. Yeah. Hot track, Trina. Shout out to Isaidit. We on the scene. I'm your girl, Racheal J. We got our special guest, special guest here. Is that what it is?
Tell me how you say no, slim waist, this look like Trina.
Welcome. You're on the scene. I'm your girl, Racheal J, your host, your girl. And today we have a special guest with us, Isaidit, the poet. Yeah, I said it, but he is Isaidit, the poet. He's a spoken word artist, and he's also a celebrity interviewer, amongst many things. We want to definitely just thank him for joining us tonight on the scene on this beautiful Wednesday night. So thank you for coming to the show.
I really appreciate you all having me, man. Straight up.
Yes.
Peace, Queen. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing good. Thank you. Look at all, we got our shades on. We cool. Like what? Post to the frame. Yes. So this is a spoken word artist. He's a celebrity interviewer. And we're just going to dig into some of his background, get to know him a little bit more here on the scene. We're very excited tonight about this show. So, since you do a little bit of spoken word, you want to open us up with a good little piece of spoken word?
Let me see. This was not written to any women in particular, though this was intended a temporary cure. You see, an older girl hearted who hurts over her generosity has been often taken but not given back by boyfriends, really faking love except when making love. Leaving a girl left confused, getting played silly, searching for directory. Every time she opens her thighs, naive to real quality time. Well, that's because she's been educating a bedroom instead of a class.
Woo.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Woo!
But that's just a little piece of the PPWSY abuse habit.
Yes, wow. That was deep, though.
Appreciate it.
Because honestly, when we look at society and what the world offers us as far as culture and as far as training our children, sex sells. It's just like, have a little waist, have a thick booty, focus on your Instagram and get all that stuff up. Do, you know what I'm saying? Instead of get up in them classroom, get your education. Your mind is way more powerful than your body could ever be. So how do you feel about the way that, society is kind of, or let's take it here. Do you feel like celebrities play too big of a role in raising our children nowadays?
Yeah, but I mean, I could halfway agree with that. Only to be respectful to the parent at home that they might not be in a position to be home as much as they would like to be home, due to to keep them finances together and everything like that, feed the household, things of that nature. At the same time, we all need to step up as people, black people especially, and just be the kings and the queens that we really are. And
yes,
stop belittling ourselves and stop, if you want to exploit yourself, that's fine, so I want to touch on a topic with women, if I don't mind. I did answer your question though, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so and when it comes to women, I have such a fond respect for women. I don't have any blood brothers. I have two beautiful older sisters. Mm-hmm. So I got a lot of lessons, information, tutelage, from my older sisters, along with my beautiful parents, who I was very blessed to have in my life as well.
Yes.
So when it comes to women, I feel like if a woman wants to exploit herself, that's her business. But I'm tired of, men going out their way instead of doing them, but they just, going out their way to just, exploit women.
Right, I see what you're saying, yes.
Yeah.
If I choose to be, do certain things, whether I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and doing certain things to exploit my body, that's my choice. But I don't need the next man coming and doing that and using that as a tool to do whatever he's trying to do with it.
Yeah, it became real popular now to where, you just put a girl up twerking, some random girl, and you write your website across or something like that, just to get,
hits and likes.
Right, I'm I'm just, you know, real. I try to be, you know, as genuine or original as possible, you know, on the fact that, you know, nothing's new under the sun.
It's on the table, Mom.
So, you know what I mean?
Right there. Right.
That's
Sorry.
pretty much how I do.
Okay, and that's good, because you're putting a message out there, you know, that women are more than just objects.
Right.
You know, which is fantastic, because in every field, you know, women have to fight really hard to be respected. So if you're a woman, you know, who's beautiful, who likes to dress sexy, and who likes to do different things, but you walk in a lot of integrity, you don't want to be seen as a sex object, you shouldn't have to be, you know, put in a position to where your mind is not respected. So I totally get what you're saying and respect that, because we're more than just, you know, you with that donkey butt and them big old legs, you know.
Right.
We can do that too.
Yeah, it's many sides and things
Right.
and shades to a woman, you know.
Exactly,
Especially
but-
a black woman, so.
But can I be respected for my mind? So thank you for bringing that up. That's perfect.
Yeah, definitely. And so, you know, it led me in life, you know, it guided me to create a platform for women called Tribute to Women.
Oh, I love that.
eventtour.com. And this is something I put together 2 years ago.
Wow.
And I've been able to conduct, you know, 2 successful events so far. I've honored 8 women. And
That's beautiful.
man, you know, these are all powerful women, and foremost, the one I'm most proud of that I honored is my girlfriend.
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
so shout out to my girl, Shanita.
Shanita?
Yeah, Shanita.
Hey, Shanita. Hey,
Yeah,
yes. Beautiful black woman.
Yeah,
Yes, love
very
it.
strong. And the part of the influence of the event tour
Right.
derived from the fact that, you know, she suffers from a sickness. She's disabled, and she has sarcoidosis. And
Sarcoidosis. So
yeah.
what is that?
so that's an immune disease that's related to lupus.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Braxton suffers from lupus. Yeah.
And the great Bernie Mac, you know, he unfortunately died from sarcoidosis.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
Yeah, but my girl, you know,
Wow.
she's a really strong fighter. And I was looking around the house and trying to find a way of how, you know, because
Oh
she's
my gosh.
I'm a person who can't stay in the house. She's
Right.
you know,
More of the homebody.
homebody
Yeah.
type person.
Wow.
So with that being said,
Prayers.
yeah, I appreciate it. Definitely. She's doing, you know, she makes it happen every day.
Wow.
And that's an inspiration for me every single day. So
In spite of it all, she gets out and she does what she has to do. So you started this tribute to women based on looking at her strength. So with the tribute, how do you select some of the other women that you've selected, and what does the events consist of? You know, how is it like how is it set up in the form of like fashion shows, in the form of, you know, how is your whole event set up, and how is the honoring going down?
yeah, indeed. I have incorporated the fashion show. We haven't not been able to do it the way that I foresaw it yet,
Mm-hmm.
but it's gonna come into fruition. You know, the next event. You know,
Yes.
God willing, if it's in the plans,
Right,
it's been written.
right.
You know, but with that being said, also I have to go back to the fact that not only was my girlfriend the influence, my own poetry, along with, you know, all the strong women in my life, was an influence.
Right.
You know, behind me started this going to my mother. You know, so when it comes to the format of the event, you know, it actually consists of, you know, in between the show or the event, that is, I honor a woman. I would honor a woman. She'll receive a plaque. I crown her,
That is so
And,
awesome. Yeah.
and then we'll have like a live performance, and then, you know, it'll be like cut into like a fashion show in between there. We have raffles going on, you know, vendors, you know. And,
That's beautiful. Yeah.
so it's live entertainment, and actually the last one, it included catered dinner as well.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, catered buffet, I'm sorry.
Right. Oh, I love that in the buffet too. Wow.
And that was actually both events, I take that back, and by Divine Treats, so shout out to divinetreats.com. You know, if you all need some great food, you know, you wanna order, you know, holla at my girl, Tawana.
Tawana from Divine Treats.
Yeah.
Hey, holla at Tawana. Big shout out.
I got you.
So that's wonderful. I'm definitely loving where you're going. You know, you have a lot of different talents, and for you to extend that out to, just let me pay homage to women, you know, and all the hard work and the strength and everything that it takes just to deal. Just everybody in general, but yeah, women, we do have a lot on our, on our plates as well. So thank you for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Really appreciate
And
that.
I'm sorry to ask you a second question, which is how do I go about selecting the women?
Right.
And so I do have a website called tribute2women.eventtour.com.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to use the number 2, not the letter 2. I mean, not the word 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so with that being said, you can go ahead and leave information about a woman that you believe
Oh, you can
deserves to be
submit
honored.
women.
Right, you definitely can submit information and just send it in, by email or whatever like that. So once they sent in by email, both my team and I, review everything and we try to select, the woman that we feel like is most worthy at this time, in our opinion. But in your opinion, it may have been someone else, but they're all definitely special people.
Right. And could you repeat that website? So
Yeah, so it's
you write it down.
So the name of the website is tribute number 2 women event tour.com.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's tribute number 2 women event tour.com.
And so they can go to this website, and if you have a woman that you want to honor, that you feel deserves this honor, you can submit the information there. Is this also a place for vendors to submit, for artists to submit if they want to perform? Is this also a place where they can go as well?
I don't have it set up yet for artists to submit.
Okay.
But I do have it to where if you wanted to be a vendor, you can order, pay ahead and such. So for the next event,
Okay.
all of that stuff.
And when do you plan on doing the next event? What is that? Or an estimated time? I know you may not have a set date.
So my goal is to do another one by the end of this year. So I might just
that's
push
pretty
forward
soon.
and doing it in December. So it started in December the 11th of last year,
Mhm.
and I conducted my last event June the 2nd.
Okay.
And so
Awesome.
and by it being a tour, but by me being, I keep it real 100.
Yeah.
I'm a struggling artist myself.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
I've had many opportunities. I've worked hard to get to the platform that I try to hold.
Yeah.
It's a daily
Yes.
thing. Like, man, people
It
just don't
is.
understand. They get like the misimpression that
That it's easy.
That is easy. It's not easy. This is
Right.
every day.
It's a grind
Yeah.
every day. It's like you your own motivator. Like a person that has a 9 to 5, much respect. I mean, I've had many 9 to 5s.
And I still do have a 9 to 5. as
You know,
well, on top of
exactly.
that, so.
Not losing that job is a motivator, or somebody else getting on to you. And when you're an artist, an independent artist, you have to motivate yourself. You have to plan it out. You have to set your goals. So it's just like owning your own business. So you have to definitely put so much more work into it because you're building yourself, you're building your brand, and you're putting yourself out there. So yeah, it's hard work, but at the end of the day, it's so worth it. Especially when you can see those women that you're honoring, and just feel. And how good would it feel just to be honored just for being you, and for the things that you've accomplished and done. Just that's your own personal Emmy or Grammy. So that's a beautiful thing. And then you.
So, I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
One thing I have to put in there to just conclude, it properly is the fact that the criteria that I created was for women that suffer or have overcome any type of disability in their life. Or a woman such as yourselves that are businesswomen, entrepreneurs, because what I want to do is the goal behind that is I want to remind people that as you all are important and sometimes seen on cameras at times and you're still, all women are important.
Yes.
Like all people are,
Absolutely.
we are all equal. So I want to salute the women like yourself, and I do.
Thank you.
Definitely as much love and
Thank you.
respect.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But as well as women that suffer from disabilities and things of that
Absolutely.
nature. So it's all important
Yeah.
to recognize. Everyone needs to be recognized. Like
Right.
they say, give us flowers while we still here to accept them. So
There you go. There you go. Live in the
show love,
moment and
just show
appreciate
love and
those.
peace.
Yes, absolutely. I love your message, because we need more of that. Every day, all day, as we're going through our day-to-day struggles, it's nice to know that somebody is thinking about you and appreciates what your contribution to this world. So I really like that. I love where you're going with it. We'll definitely have to check out one of your tribute shows as well. It sounds like a very positive, uplifting event, and we're all for it. The positivity, ain't that right, Barbara?
That's right.
Yes. And then, amongst, all those wonderful things, you're also a celebrity interviewer. So, you sit in this seat that I'm in. See, now you're in the hot seat. So how does that feel to be in the to be in the hot seat right now, getting interviewed. Sometimes it's weird for people to.
Yeah, I'm just about getting used to it now. You know, I've been very blessed to have been able to, you know, have a lot of interviews. You know, since the beginning of this year, after I did a tribute to women, things really, you know, blossomed in my life and different things and blessings. But at the same time, I do wake up, let it be known, is expecting a miracle. I expect a miracle.
Yes.
But I expect a miracle as well as I am grateful.
Right.
You know, and that's just how it is.
Right, and then faith without works is dead, right? So you get up, you expect a miracle, you're grateful, but you're actually doing what it takes to get those things as well. Right. You know what I'm saying? I believe if you're working towards your goal, whether you're crawling or running for it, you're going to get there, and you're going to get those things to sustain you, you know, until you get to that huge, you know, that bigger milestone. So
what you seek seeks you.
There you go.
That's how it be.
There you go.
You can't escape it. You know, it's destiny.
It is, especially if you're moving towards it, because we all have potential. We all have, you know, it's a graveyard full of potential out there. We all have purpose. Sometimes we never really tap into it due to things like fear. Fear is the biggest thing. Insecurities. Yeah. So for you to get up every day and say, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do these shows. Yes, I'm a struggling artist, and I got this 9 to 5, and I'm probably going a million different directions, but I'm still, you know, move towards my purpose. And, you know, and be the best version of myself that I can be. So you're going to continue to be blessed because you're following that path.
Couldn't say it better myself.
Yes. Yeah. So Mr. Celebrity Interviewer, so, you know, what are some of the, you know, celebrities that you've got an opportunity to interview, and how did you kind of fall into, you know, the whole, because it's a choice, you know, you're going to wake up one day and be like, hey, I want to interview some celebrities, you know, it's an active choice that you work towards. So what has been your journey, just becoming this person that wants to, you know, step out and interview celebrities, and who's been some of those celebrities you've interviewed?
Okay, well, I've been blessed to be on the platform of the Chicago Bridge magazine, which that sponsors my brand, Isaidit Management. But the Chicago Bridge magazine, I've actually been working with or whatever like that, you know, just grinding with, you know, for 17 years.
Woo!
So, you know, this is something when the publisher, shout out to the publisher and publicist for the legendary Roy Ayers. Her name is Bridget Wiley. Shout out to Bridget, I love her. You know, she helped me and gave me an opportunity all the way going back in 2000, like, what, 2 or something like that.
Wow.
And she actually used to pick me up, because at the time, during the time when I started working for her, I didn't have no car. So she had come to my parents' house where I was staying, and she had come pick me up and from the south suburbs, from Matson to be particular, to be specific, I mean. Yeah. And she would take me all the way to 87 Ashland, because that's where the office was.
Wow, that's love.
That orange building with the gray brick or whatever at the bottom of it. Right. You know, so yeah, so it's just so that's how it all started. But 5 years ago, she challenged me to say, you know, I think we should do video interviews with, you know, celebrities and stuff like that, you know. I'd love for you to do it, you know, and I'm like, I don't know, you know. But at the same time, as I was saying, I don't know, I had already written I was going to have an Isaidit show, you know, prior to that on my things to do list from years ago. I just hadn't formulated that yet. Yeah. So it was manifesting itself, and I just took on that challenge. You know, usually, you know, I learned that when someone challenges you, you know, in something positive, you know what I mean? Right. Yeah. Not to a fight to the death or nothing like that, but you know what I mean? Yes. But when someone, you know, challenges you, whatever like that, to, you know, for an opportunity, man, sometimes, you know, it's good to just see what you can do and try to make it happen. That might be your blessing you've been asking for. Yes. It might lead to your blessing that you've been, you know, praying for.
Absolutely.
So, you know, just be bold, you know, good fortune favors the bold. You know, that's a saying that I actually really live by. You know, I really live by that. And shout out to Uncle Frank, who taught me that, you know, when I was like 21. He said, good fortune favors the bold. He said, if you want to be successful, surround yourself with successful women. And that's what I've done, you know. And, you know, it does a lot. Yes,
absolutely.
So to answer all of your questions, with all respect, shout out to Freeway to Real Rick Ross. You know, I had the opportunity to interview that gentleman, author, you know, activist, man, you know, just a real humble human being, you know what I mean? It was real comfortable being around him. He made me, you know, real comfortable. You know, I was honestly nervous, you know, because he was like one of the biggest celebrities at the time. In 2014, I had interviews. I was like, man, I don't know, like, you know, how this gonna go, but you know, he made me feel comfortable with, you know, things like that. And shout out to Tony. You know, had the chance to recently interview them at Governor State University. I think that was last year. So shout out to Narsky Music. You know, that's the foundation that is all under.
Yeah.
And he does concerts at Governor State University all the time. So you can stay in tune with that. A lot of old school artists. Shout out to Shantae Moore.
Oh yeah,
let me see,
Shantae Moore.
Yeah, man, it's been so many. You know, I try not to. Shout out to Kid from G Unit. You know,
G Unit.
Yeah, GLC. You know, he right here in the hometown, hold it down, Chicago. GLC, the ism. You know, love. You know what I mean?
That's beautiful.
And eventually, I interview Kanye. You know, so I look forward to that one.
Yes. Yo, that'll be a wonderful interview.
Yeah, so
with Kanye, because he definitely has levels of complexities, and he's people like him, you know, Kanye gets a lot of flack, you know, but he has like a brilliant mind, and people, anybody who has a certain level of understanding and thinking and goes way beyond the societal barriers of how we should think and what we should do, you know, there is a level of insanity in there. I think we all possess a level of insanity to a certain degree whenever we're pursuing whatever we're doing. So yes, and speaking on Kanye, you know, how do you feel about his last, you know, if you want to get into it, you don't, you know, have to, you know, how you feel about his last. Hey, welcome back. You're on the scene. We had a few little technical difficulties, but we are back, and we were right in the middle of just talking about Kanye. You know what, you know, he does at times have his over the top rants, but you know, he does make valid points at certain times. And what really stood out to not only me but, you know, the whole entire world is when he said, you know, talking about the 13th Amendment and how the amendment, now I don't know it word for word, you know, but the points that did stick out was about, you know, yes, slavery was abolished, but slavery was still allowed in the prison form. So because of that, there has been an incentive to imprison our black men, because within the prison system they can still be slaves, you know, to, I guess, the man, and it's working. You know, it's the prisons are jam packed, you know, and I know there's people and organizations out there that are really trying to educate these men, because they're coming out with welding degrees, they're coming out knowing how to cut hair so they can become entrepreneurs. You know, you have different churches and organizations within there trying to encourage and uplift their spirits. So just how do you feel about just the prison systems? You know, have any insight on what Kanye said? You know, do you agree, disagree, or, you know, how do you feel about the whole situation?
Well, not to even speak on Kanye, you know,
right,
but just my own opinion, just in reference to the prison system and stuff like that. Man, it's definitely overpacked, and I feel like, you know, it's definitely it's genocides. You know what I'm saying? The real talk what's going on, you know what I mean? It's just the truth. You know, so, you know, and I spoke a little bit about this on my own show, Words of Silk, which you can catch every Tuesday night, Facebook Live on my page. I said it, Callahan II. And so, like when it was 9/11, you know, they always say remember, and man, God bless them people. You know, that all them people, like 2,000 some people that died and got, I feel like, murdered. You know, as well as we need to remember the black people that was slaughtered in 1801 and 2000 and on September the 11th as well. So it's equally important. These are just some of the type of messages that I push, and you know, and that the truth is, you know, it lies right there in our face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the prison system is, you know, definitely one-sided. You know, they go after black men. You know, it can be the same person. I mean, the same sentence, and it can be a black man and a white man, and the black man is gonna get the worst.
Right.
You know, I've just seen on Instagram, matter of fact. Shout out to Instagram, please. You know, I just saw on Instagram that, you know, how a guy who had the same exact sentence, like a armed robbery, a this and a that, same age, you know, and yeah, one guy was 21, the black guy was 21, the white guy was like 19.
Right.
The white guy got probation, the other guy got 25 years in prison. I'm like, how's that possible?
What?
How's that, the same charge, but you give one person.
That's a dramatic difference.
Yeah, that's dramatic,
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's definitely something, just like the crack laws, were different than the heroin laws, because, crack was something heavy in the black community, heroin is something heavy in the white community,
Yeah.
And our boys were just getting hit over the head for just having, dime rocks and stuff, getting, 10, 15 years. And that's changed a little bit, 'cause I'm from Oklahoma,
Right.
so, I had family and friends getting let out of prison. When some of those laws start to change, that were more in favor of imprisoning our black youth and our black men. So there's just a lot of different things that, we as society can stand up, and start fighting against, so I'm grateful, for Kanye, for just kind of throwing it out there and just putting it back out there in the atmosphere, igniting the fire. Yes, absolutely.
Maybe
So,
ignite a solution.
right, yes, absolutely. So enough about Kanye. Enough about him. So you grew up in Chicago?
I grew up in the south suburbs, started off Chicago Heights, down the street from the Easy Greasy.
What is the Easy Greasy? See, I'm not from here, so I don't know all the.
Ford Heights.
Oh, Easy Greasy. What's it called, the Easy Greasy?
And you get spilt easy out there, like you get killed easy, like Ford is the Easy Greasy, like it's grizzly, like
wow.
There, like,
So it's like the wild hunteds.
To be, but it is a great city, what I'm saying. Love all my people in Ford Heights, what I'm saying, Chicago Heights, and then I moved down the street and we grew up in Matson, Matson, Illinois. So that's where I developed being who I was gonna be.
All right. And do you think you think Chicago gets a bad rap? Every time you look up.
Yeah, I love Chicago. Chicago's a beautiful city. I move all around Chicago, being in entertainment myself.
Right.
And doing interviews just like yourself. So,
right.
I'll be everywhere, It's just, I listen to my conscience. And at the same time, I'm just, unfortunately, someone dies every minute.
Right.
Or something like that. Like
right.
whatever the analytics is behind that. But,
yes.
Unfortunately somebody has to pass,
Somebody's
but
born,
someone else is born.
Yeah.
So it's just a cycle. So unfortunately. Right. And so I'm just grateful that, I'm not one of those people, and I pray that, I don't end up being a statistic.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you have so much to do, you're doing this
serving my purpose.
Women,
serving my purpose.
You got your show, shout out to your show again.
Words of Silk.
Words of Silk.
Every Tuesday night, Facebook Live.
Yes, and how can they, so if they wanted to, say, I want to get to know you more, what is the Facebook page associated? Is it on Facebook and Instagram, or is it Facebook, just Facebook Live?
Yeah, right now it's just on Facebook Live.
Okay.
And we also have it's on a Fire Stick, under Living, LIBN.TV. And that's actually who presents, so shout out to my guy Mario over there at Living.TV in association with Isaidit Management. That's what puts that show together, which is Words of Silk. And we've had some great poets on there. And, just last night, Mike the Poet was on there. He said before that, Articulate, shout out to Articulate, shout out to Hood Raised, and shout out to Geronimo Speaks for those who are all of my guests thus far. And so I appreciate you all helping me get it off the ground, you know what I mean?
Oh, I love that. Do you have any other spoken word pieces that we can hear from you tonight?
Yeah, all the time, I'm filled with information.
Like I'm the information giver.
Yeah.
So can we hear another little piece from you?
Okay, let me see.
Whatever you feel in your spirit to do.
Racheal. It's Racheal, right?
Yeah, Racheal J.
Racheal J. You know what's messed up?
What is that?
Man, I only have to be geared up for me to come within the vision of certain white police, and I get looked up because they got thoughts literally effing me up. With a pistol to their billy club, verbally daring me to press up. To their badge is where my innocent blood black men around for these dirty mind officers love.
Right.
For every day make them nigga season. In the streets, I've been blessed not to experience the physical abuse what that is till at least I was 22. Plus, I done seen it from the police station to the television too. We get no respect. Like Uncle Selma took a record long piss on us. The justice system you could not trust. You got the skin color of rust. You see how they did Jesus. Breaking J. And that's just part of my piece of nigga season that's out there. You know what I mean? And
yes. Wow.
that's one of the singles that I'm gonna push. But you know, it's kind of older poem, but you know, unfortunately, it's still relevant.
Yes.
You know, I mean, nigga season never dies. You know, every season is nigga season. You know, if you a black man, a brown skinned man, you know, Hispanic man. Unfortunately, it's like that.
Yeah, but you know what? Even with you know, we still listen to Tupac and we still listen to Biggie. We still listen to these, and their words are so relevant to now. It's just like Pop was talking about what's going on now and then. So, you know, when it's the truth, it's the truth. It doesn't matter if it's said in you know, 92 or 2018. The truth is the truth. So, you know, the piece that you wrote, you know, they wrote it a while ago, but it's still very relevant. And we need to start just really having our own backs. And that means not putting ourselves in positions, you know, educating ourselves as much as possible, being fully aware of your environment as much as possible. Of course, some situations you can't avoid, but you know, just being more aware of who you are and trying to get a better understanding, you know, and following your purpose like you're doing, you know, building, and not being a victim of circumstance or society. You know, so kudos to you and everything that you're doing.
Love.
You know, yes. So let everybody know how they can get in contact with you. And just what you have coming up. I know we have the tribute show coming up for the women. You know,
Definitely.
you talked about your show. Also, that's on Tuesdays. So just let us know how we can get in contact with you.
And in reference to the show on Tuesdays, real quick, shout out to my co-host Rhonda Sky. You know what I'm saying? She's the owner and CEO of Good Knots. You know, I'm the new ambassador of Good Knots. You know what I mean? I got lucky. You know what I mean? So I love that. You know, I rock them tats with pride. Feel me? So with that being said, I'm easy to reach. It's just Isaidit, the poet. If you just look up Isaidit the poet, like anywhere, you're gonna see my face, or you're gonna see this finger right here.
I love
if you don't see the finger, it ain't legit. You know,
right.
that's a tone, that's a copycat. You know, if they saying it's me and you don't see the finger just like that. It's gotta be at the angle though. You know,
right.
I'm pointing to myself.
Okay.
You know, because the eyes for I said it in sign language, you know, you can do like this for I, or you can do like this for the letter I.
I love
so,
it.
you know, shout out to my sister Dawn, you know, for back in the day, teaching me sign language. And so my subconscious, my whole life, I was like, how can I influence sign language into my everyday life at some point? And when I came with the term I said it, you know, it just came together, it just came to me.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. Yes. And what can we look forward to, you know, in the near future from you? You know, just kind of give us a overview of the things that you have coming up.
So shout out to the Wildcat. I just interviewed him, and we just had the pleasure of presenting with the front cover of Chicago Bridge magazine. Yeah. But you know, at his watch party Sunday night for the Racheal show, they did an awesome job, bro. Proud of you, love. So to what people can expect from me, let me see. Man, like I'm gonna just continue to, you know, just try to find my miracle every single day, you know, and
like that.
You know, and there ain't nothing else to it. You know, I expect a miracle. I am grateful. I am thankful. And thank you for the miracles.
And there you have it. Isaidit, the poet. He's dropped some bomb poems on us about women, just uplifting women, and just about what's going on in society.
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
Shout out to Sandy Red. You know what I mean? You can catch her on The Voice. You know what I mean? Jennifer Hudson about to throw them shoes at her. You know, you definitely want to catch that. It's going to be dope. You know, I don't think it aired yet, but if I'm mistaken, you know, definitely go on YouTube and replay it. It's hot. You know, the chick is, you know, she's cold. You know, she's been grinding, so she deserves everything she got coming. So,
yes.
Love.
Yes, support your independent artists. If you know somebody out here, they grinding, whether they're acting, singing, you know, doing fashion, you know. Shout out to Brick Malone. She's sitting over here like, Racheal, don't be talking. Racheal, don't you do it. Brick Malone, wonderful, brilliant, beautiful woman, you know, got some bomb fashion, so we look forward to seeing some things from her coming up here within the next year. Yeah.
I look forward to supporting her. Straight up, I said it.
Absolutely.
And, shout out to Urban Grind TV. You know, that's actually how I started my year. I had a great big interview on Urban Grind TV that reaches now 250 million people. So man, you know, that was an awesome way for me to start.
Yes.
Like it was more than what I could ask for. You know, it happened. You know, and I'm just trying my best. So.
Yeah, well, you know, you making big moves, and you're and above all that, you know, you're a positive person, and you're trying to uplift the next person, and that means more than anything. You know, it's how you treat your brethren and how you look at life. You know, because people need that. You know, that are trying to hold on. Yes, you're a struggling artist, but you're still doing stuff within the industry. You're still working hard. So the next person is somebody's looking up to you. And so thank you for being a driving force in that way.
I'm sorry. All I do is show love. Shout out to D Nash. You know what I'm saying? Who is Nash? Look him up. You know, shout out to Sister Africa. You know, my good friend Sister Africa. Shout out to Cynthia Bolton Smith. Shout out to Latonya Lane, buzzing off awards. You know, shout out to Chelsea Black Mall. You know what I mean? Y'all need to, you know, get with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Buy black. You know what I mean? We need to support ourselves, support our own culture. You know, that's how we can be more successful. Like this right here. You know, you helping me be more successful. So I appreciate that.
Yes.
You know,
absolutely.
give me this platform. So you know, just shout out to all these folks. And man, I know I'm forgetting somebody like always, but man, love. You already know it's peace.
Major love.
Number love and peace.
Absolutely.
Shout out to my homeboy Petey back home. You know what I mean?
Petey.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, you definitely heard it here. We are on the scene. I'm your girl, Racheal J. We have the fabulous, talented Isaidit, the poet, you know, and he's so much more. So we thank you for coming out, for joining us. Look forward to seeing so many more great, wonderful things from you coming up. And we definitely got to catch a tribute to women. You know, that's awesome. You really touched my heart, you know, with that. Much prayers, big prayers, you know, to your girlfriend as well. She's going through.
Isaiditthepoet.com.
Let's see if we. Hey, is it who? We got a caller.
I just made a home.
That-
The white door unlocked.
Hey, this is my son calling in. Say hi to everybody, Joshua. You're live on our show. Okay, he's not there no more. Yeah, did you hang up?
So definitely y'all want to check out Isaiditthepoet.com. You know, it's a couple of platforms you can find me on. Not hard to find. Like I said, just search Isaidit the Poet.
Isaidit the Poet. And we're out of here. My son keep calling. Racheal J on the scene. Isaidit the Poet. Peace.